Hey everybody, welcome to the Green and Gold pregame show on TVCS Live. I'm Kyle Coppola alongside Dennis Nesbitt and also Cody Hills, and we're looking forward to what to expect in the 2025 season. It all starts here tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. I want to welcome in my broadcast partners here. Cody, what can we expect in the game tonight?
Well, it's the annual inter-squad scrimmage, the rite of passage, I like to call it here, basically between the Villages High School football program. You know, guys, it's a fun night. You're going to get to see some youth. You're going to get to see members from our Buffalo Stampeders. There's a 6th and 7th grade scrimmage getting ready to kick things off first here at 6 o'clock. They'll play for about 25 minutes, a running clock. Then we'll switch it over to the 8th and 9th graders, who will do the same. And then it's time for the big boys. It's a mix of the varsity and JV squads playing the green and gold. As you know, Dennis, being a former coach on the staff, it's a really important night, I think, for the coaching staff in this program. It's good to get the guys some field experience too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to create a benchmark for all of these teams at each level. What we're going to see is teams out here that have been practicing for 2 weeks, one of which has been in contact. You know, one thing to consider also, this may be some of these players' first experience or exposure to tackle football. So one thing I think we're going to see tonight is we're going to see a lot of mistakes, and that's to be expected, but I think also a lot of coaching points. And so we'll see the coaches out on the field actually correcting those moments out there. I think what we'll also see, because of the lack of experience and the 2 weeks of practice, we'll see a lot of limited and basic formations and play calling.
Dennis Nesbitt, of course, a former coach here at the Villages Charter High School. As far as the way the game plays out tonight and what's to be expected out there of these guys, you lost 19 seniors last year. You're coming in with a new team, a lot of new faces this season. Cody, what's to be expected down there?
Well, I think first and foremost, the goal is keep everyone healthy, right? You want to get out of it as a coaching staff with everybody healthy, everyone on the same page and feeling good. Because you got a spring classic game, a kickoff classic next week against Zephyr Hills here next Friday night at 7 p.m. So you want to keep everyone in line and on pace to play in that game. But as far as tonight goes, it's really, I think, as Coach Nesbitt here said, it's to get film, right? Get some teach tape for some of these guys, especially some of the newer guys. You talk about all the empty spots or spots to fill the holes on this depth chart that these coaches are going to have to fill tonight. There's a lot to go here, and so you're going to get 25 minutes or 20 plays, whichever comes first. We'll take a little intermission and then come and do it again for a second half. And in that time, there'll be a lot of learning, a lot of teaching, and a lot of growing up to do, I think, for a Buffalo football program that has some inexperience across the field.
Dennis, you've been a part of this program for many years, and of course, you've been around the team. You've been attending practices, and so has Cody. What have you guys noticed this season in the practices in the springtime here?
Yeah, I think Cody's spent a little bit more time on the field with Coach Pettis, and I'll just kind of hit on what Cody said a little bit ago when we're talking about what to expect out of tonight, but more importantly, what do the coaches want to get out of tonight. And I think there's a couple of main goals that all of the coaches have for tonight. Number one, Cody hit on it, stay healthy. Oh my gosh, that's so important, especially with a limited roster in this early in the season. Stay healthy. So goal number one is to get everybody out of here in one piece, healthy. Number two is to get game-like experience. So everything for these kids up until this point has been limited, controlled, slow. You know, the coaches have controlled the whistle, and it's been that practice atmosphere. So tonight they're actually going to get that stadium-like experience, which is so critical, and that's something that you just can't replicate once the season starts. You know, and Cody mentioned game film on these kids. You know, the coaches want to see how well have they translated what they've learned over the past 2 weeks, and has it gone from practice to game speed? You know, so that can be huge, especially going into next week when they line up against Zephyr Hills.
And energy too, right? I think that's one thing that you want to see. You want them to have talking about that game-like experience. You want to see them get up a little bit. You want to see them sort of as if it is a Friday night in September or October. And that's one thing that I've been impressed with so far, guys, through the spring practices here. I think this is technically would be the 10th or the 11th practice of the spring for this program, is that the energy has been really good. It's been really high. There's been a ton of guys flying around. They're ready to hit a little bit. I think they're even ready to hit someone else next Friday night a little bit more than tonight. But yeah, the energy has been really good. I think they've been, this group, for whatever reason, even more so than years past, just from my sense, a little bit more coachable for whatever reason, they're really taking to the coaching and really sort of building off of it. So hopefully tonight is a continuation of that.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see what happens. And we're going to hear from Richard Pettis, Coach Richard Pettis, when we come back just in a moment on the TVCS Live pregame show for the Green and Gold game.
Alliant Dermatology is a total care dermatology clinic specializing in skin care diagnosis and treatments, like Mohs surgery, blue light, and vein therapies. We are one of only 2 locations specializing in superficial electron therapies. Our staff is comprised of caring, experienced professionals who are here to help when life throws you a curveball. So don't go it alone. Come see us at Alliant Dermatology.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Green and Gold pregame show on TVCS Live. Cody Hills had the chance to sit down with head coach Richard Pettis and get his thoughts of the game this evening.
Pleased to be joined now by our head football coach here at the Villages High School and athletic director, Richard Pettis. And Coach, I just first want to ask, we're about, 7, 8, maybe 9 practices deep into the spring now. Just your overall impressions of this squad, your first real look ahead to the squad you'll have in the fall.
Well, it's an exciting time for us. We finally, we haven't been out here since November. We graduated 19 seniors, so we have a lot of holes to fill. But the energy's been incredible. The senior leaderships have been absolutely incredible. So we're excited and looking forward to see how we perform tonight.
Certainly with the inter-squad scrimmage here, different format, right? Especially when talking more so the 7 p.m. matchup here, the green and gold game, if you will, where you're going to have 25 minutes of running clock or 20 plays, whichever comes first, a little break, and then flipping it around and doing it all over again. Just curious, what are the goals for you and the coaching staff to try to get out of this scrimmage here?
We just want to make sure our kids go out and compete. That's the biggest thing. We're a little bit low in numbers, so we want to try to get out of here, obviously injury-free, but most importantly, we just want to go compete. We've got a lot of guys in new positions tonight, and we just need to get a good evaluation to see where we are so we can be ready for next week.
Got, I think the old adage in football, or the old maybe people who aren't around the sport as much, they say if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. I don't think that's the case here. You got 2 good ones, Patrick Harding and then Jaden's Kennedy. Just evaluate where they're at from the end of fall last year, when obviously you rotated them quite a bit, to where they're at now in the spring.
Well, they both have grown tremendously. They really have. I believe in both of them. It's a good problem to have, but you got to be ready in case one were to ever go down. We've got that other guy. A lot of schools don't have the luxury to have that backup quarterback, and so they've competed at a high level. They're both worthy of doing what we do offensively, and like I said, I trust them both, and looking forward to see how they perform this spring.
In this program's history, it seems like success often predicated by up front, the offensive line. You have a few more returning faces maybe this year coming back, at least guys who have had some experience and played in some games for you last year. Just how have you assessed them so far in this spring, the pieces you do have coming back?
Well, we're pretty solid up front. Now we're solid, at the 5 spots for sure. We've got some young guys, primarily 9th graders, that will have to come up and play varsity for us. But, up front, led by Brett Widman, and Kyvan Kane, those guys, we're looking at Caden Russ. Caden has played tight end for us the last couple of years, and we're going to have to move him to the tackle spot. But really happy with where those guys are right now. But, again, we just got to make sure we stay healthy, especially the rest of the spring, to be ready for fall.
Seems like it's Death, Taxes, and Myrick Geist doing a really good job retooling that defense year after year for you. Probably has one of his bigger tasks, I think, ahead of him this year. A lot of pieces missing from a year ago. Just your thoughts on the job that he's done with what he's had to work with this spring.
Well, the thing about Coach Geist, he's been with me for a long time. Not only has a defensive coordinator, position coach, but, he played here. I shared with our our guys today that, he's an all-time leading tackler in our program, and there was a reason why he just had a niche for the football and being able to get to the running backs and so forth. But he's done an outstanding job. He's got a great defensive staff. They cover all the pieces, all the details, and just really happy with how he's performed as a coach and as a former player. And as you said, we've got a lot of holes to fill defensively as well. But attitude's great by the coaches and the players. And again, we just got to get ready to go hit somebody.
One interesting facet I think of this green and gold game and the entire sequence of events tonight is the youth movement that you'll get to see on display tonight. Our fans will get to see, obviously, the 6th and 7th graders coming from the Buffalo Stampeders, the youth sports program here locally, and then you'll turn around and have an 8th and 9th grade game. Just how exciting is that for you to not only put on display for our fans and our community the youth movement coming up, but also for you as coaches, how valuable is that to get them some game time in front of you?
Well, probably the best thing we did 20-something years ago is we started a feeder program. And, and I tell those guys all the time, coaches included, that is the future. That's the future of our program. So when we do lose 19 seniors like we have this year, that's the youth that is coming. And to have the opportunity to let those guys come out and compete before we do Friday night, tonight, it's just an exciting time to see the youth come and play with us.
And then finally, Coach, after tonight, you'll get, maybe 4 more practices in next week, and then turn around and face Zephyr Hills here in a spring kickoff classic. What are you hoping to see between the end of tonight's green and gold game and kickoff there next Friday night?
Well, again, I talked to Coach Carroll at Zephyr Hills a couple days ago, and, they lost 14 seniors. And, again, we want to play teams and schools that are a little bit bigger than us in the spring just so we kind of get a really good evaluation where we are going into the summer, going into the fall. But, again, just competing, having high energy, being able to take the 13, 14 practices that we've had and see how we can bring it all together. And because when it's over next week, it's over until August. But just an opportunity to see a lot of these young guys, to evaluate their talent level, to see where they fit in best with our program.
Well, you heard it from the man himself, head coach and athletic director Richard Pettis, getting you set to go here for the green and gold game on TVCS Live.
We want to thank Coach Richard Pettis for his time. We appreciate that, Coach. Cody, what are your thoughts on Coach Pettis and his vision of the future for this program in 2025?
Well, I was, I guess, sort of surprised, Kyle and Dennis, just how cautiously optimistic he was. Usually this time of year, he's not a negative Nancy per se, but a little bit more guarded. I thought he was especially boastful, if you will, at least optimistic about the offensive line. Look, we know that success in this program, as I said, was predicated on the what they do up front, how well they block, how well they pass protect, how well they run the bread and butter plays of this offense. So to have 5 guys, I think that he trusts, you heard him say it, pretty set at those front 5 spots. The depth, as I think every high school football coach in America, maybe not where he wants it at this time of the year, but overall, I thought he was very optimistic. I think he feels good about both quarterbacks that he has coming back. The defense, hit and miss, but you heard him say it, him and Myra Geist, the confidence that he has in his defensive coordinator. I mean, there's no one else he trusts more with that side of the football. So overall, I think going into tonight, I think, as Dennis mentioned earlier, I think the coaching staff has their goals set. I think they're ready to hit them, and now it's just about the guys to go out there and execute it.
Yeah, Coach, you were on this staff for many years here at the Villages High School, and you got to see it grow and mature over the years. Now, Coach Richard Pettis in his 23rd year, we'll talk about that in a second. But what are your thoughts on what they?
Yeah, I agree with what Cody said. I think it's nice and refreshing to see a confident coach, especially a coach that is leading an inexperienced group. So leadership starts at the top. And so for these kids to see that confidence, and that backing from their head coach, I think that may be strategical for him, as he leads these young players that just haven't had a whole lot of game varsity experience yet. So happy to see that, real refreshing to see that out of Coach. He hit on the future. I think that's big. Not only just the immediate future, but the future down the road, the pipeline. What does it look like? with those first 2 scrimmages, it's a good chance for these coaches and really all of Buffalo Nation to see what's coming down the road. What's that talent look like in the next 4, 5, 6 years? It gives them something to be excited about and to look forward to. And then immediate future, what can they work on next week? To get ready for Zephyr Hills in their true first game preparation. And then more importantly, over the summer, what can they work on over the summer so when they get to the fall, they're full speed ahead.
Well, and you mentioned the excitement. Boy, he's not excited at all. Can you tell him? You can't tell he's in year 23. He is as jazzed up as he ever is, I think, to get this thing going again. And you can tell there's still that passion, there's still that fire for him as a head coach, and to be able to, I kind of look at this as this is sort of the meat and potatoes of the season, right? You're really laying the foundation right now for what's to come in the fall. This is the hard work, and then going into the summer months. I think this is the hardest part of the calendar, and I think it's the part that he enjoys the most just because he has so much passion for wanting to go to work and go to work with these guys.
23 years, a long time to be a head coach in this game, and Richard Pettis embarking on his 23rd season, and we are so excited for that. We're going to take one final break here on TVCS Live, and we'll be back right after this.
At Citizens First Bank, we believe in supporting our community and investing in the future of our students. That's why we created the Buffalo Charity Checking Account.
I'm Trey Mann, former basketball player at the Villages High School, currently in the NBA playing for the Charlotte Hornets. I'm proud to support our students with Citizens First Bank's Buffalo Charity Checking Account. Join me in making a difference today.
If you're looking for that special place to call home and become part of a community where neighbors are more like family, we invite you to discover Middleton, a family-friendly community conveniently located surrounding the state-of-the-art, newly expanded campus of the Villages Charter School, and the up-and-coming Middleton downtown featuring all your daily conveniences. To learn more about Middleton and the wide variety of homes, we encourage you to come visit. Middleton,
a great place to call home.
Romac Building Supply is a proud Platinum Bison sponsor and a supporter of the Villages Charter High School Construction Academy. The Construction Academy, in partnership with Habitat for Humanity of Lake Sumter and local village construction partners, have been constructing homes for well-deserving families for more than 5 years. This innovative housing program of hands-on learning and community service was first in the state of Florida and has already produced future entrepreneurs. The students at the Construction Academy are literally building a better community. Romac Building Supply is a proud sponsor of construction education.
Welcome back to the Green and Gold pregame show on TVCS Live. Guys, we are talking about the offense and what to expect this year. We lost 19 seniors last year, but really looking forward to what we can expect this season. We got quarterbacks competition, new running backs. What's to expect here as far as the quarterbacks go here, Coach Dennis?
Yeah, former offensive coach, so I'm excited. I'm excited about anything offense. Coach Pettis mentioned it in his interview. 2 great quarterbacks. What a great problem to have for him, and it truly is. A lot of programs he mentioned don't have any quarterback, and he's got 2 of them that he can go to at any point. And the most important thing is he's got confidence in both of them, which is extremely important, not only as a play caller but as a head coach. That allows him in his game planning to keep it consistent. If one is struggling, he can go to the other, and he doesn't have to limit his play calling or his schedule. And both of these players, both of these quarterbacks, will be able to run the offense at full speed. He has all the confidence in both of them. And what I expect is a tough summer that is filled with competition between the 2 of them. And they're both going to get better because of it. And, the confidence between both, the maturity, the development, he hit on all of those things. What a great opportunity for not only the quarterbacks, but for coach and the rest of the team.
Yeah, I think he's very clear, and I think anyone who's been around the program knows it's much more a competition than it is a quarterback controversy, right? These 2 are bringing the best out of each other. I honestly think they're a lot more similar than they are different in the way that they operate the offense. Maybe the skill sets are a little bit different. And maybe Jaden's Kenny a little bit more of maybe can make more plays on it with his feet, maybe throw a little bit on the run. Maybe Patrick Harden a little bit more of a true pocket passer. But either way, both of these guys are going to be able to run the offense, and that's goal number 1 in Coach Pettis' offense for the quarterback.
Yeah, for sure, and it's going to be an exciting competition. You got to see both of those guys here tonight, see how they operate the offenses, and it's not just them. Malik Williams has graduated, moved on. What a great running back, and it's been fun to watch him develop the last couple of years. But of course, with him graduating this season, the Villages now have to, find a new running back. What's that looking like, Cody?
Yeah, no matter who's going to be at quarterback, they're going to have to turn it around and hand it off to somebody different, right? Gone is Malik Williams and the power bruising back that he was. coming in, we saw flashes of then freshman, now rising sophomore Jonathan Williams, kind of that quick twitch, speedster type running back. He's really exciting. I think he's more of a traditional, I guess, tailback you would call it, his skill set. Then you have Cole Logan stepping up, who really ran the ball hard at times last year in place of Malik Williams when Malik needed a break from playing both ways. So I look for those two to start. You'll see both of them here tonight as well. In fact, I think they're on opposite squads here in the green and gold game. So get a good look at the future in the fullback spot for both of those guys.
That's going to be really exciting. We're also going to get a look at the future as well with our youth programs that are going to be on the field tonight. Let's talk a little bit about that.
I'm excited just because it's something that you and I, working for the Buffalo Stampeders, get to see it on a daily basis, getting to see these young kids in action.
A lot of what we see or what we hear is from the directors of the program, the assistant coaches on the varsity staff who are part of the youth program. And you heard Coach Pettis talk about how important that is, that his staff up here is heavily involved in the youth program. And to get these kids at a young age, even if we're not going to see 80-yard touchdown runs tonight, they're going to get exposed to the coaches, the play calling, the voices, and sometimes that can be more important than the reps itself.
And it's good for the coaches to see the future of their program. It's good for the fans, the community, and the families as well. Getting a chance to see, like we said, 6th and 7th grade in that first scrimmage, followed up by 8th and 9th graders. It's a really good mix of youth and getting those guys some valuable game experience.
You guys ready for some football?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I hope you guys are as well. Thank you, Cody Hills and Dennis Nesbitt as well. I want to thank you guys for watching the program, and let's get things started here on TVCS Live. It's time for the green and gold game.
No problem. We got you covered.
I should share this with Gladys.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe she posted that.
I'm the Crushinator. Crush the candies.
I thought those were huge. That is huge.
Mike Scott Plumbing, keeping you connected one flush at a time.
Nationally recognized Salon J. Lee, celebrating 35 years of style and beauty, where highly trained stylists perform the latest cutting techniques, current trends, and advanced treatments, offering a wide range of professional hair care, skin care, makeup, body care, home fragrances, and unique boutique items. Salon J. Lee, dare to be fabulous. Proudly serving the residents of the Villages community with 3 convenient locations, including our newest location in Magnolia Plaza.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to TVCS Live's coverage of the Villages Green versus Gold Spring Football game. I'm Kyle Copel alongside my broadcast partner, Dennis Nesbitt. Well, it's going to be a fun night this evening as the next generation of talent takes the field tonight, an exciting annual tradition at the Villages Charter High School. Tonight's triple header starts with our 6th and 7th graders at 6 p.m., followed by the 8th and 9th graders at 6:30. And then the varsity boys cap it off under the lights at 7 p.m. The Village is coming in off of a 5-5 season, and while the Buffalo are looking to reload, they'll do so without some key names gone are Malik Williams, last year's workhorse in the backfield, Brady Powell, the sure-handed receiver and reliable kicker, and the tight end Jonathan Harding, now playing Saturdays at Memphis. Welcome in my broadcast partner, Dennis Nesbitt. Dennis, this is always a fun tradition here at the Villages, and we should be in store for a great matchup. 3 great games coming your way this evening.
Kyle, it's so great to be back in the booth with you. Football on Friday night,
get to scratch a little bit of that itch that we've had for the last couple of months with the absence of football. And I think that's the great thing about this game tonight, is to get a little preview of what's to come in the fall.
And what's to come not only in the fall, but for the future of the Villages program as well. We're going to start things off with the 6th and 7th grade teams getting and going out and doing this here this evening, getting us started. 25-minute quarters. It's just going to be a 25-minute running clock, and we'll start that off with the 6th and 7th graders, then the 8th and 9th graders, 25 minutes as well, before you get to 2 halves of 25 minutes for the varsity, or 20 plays, whatever comes first, Dennis. But what are you most looking forward to this evening?
Well, as you mentioned, what a great opportunity for not only the coaches to see what's coming down the pipeline in the future of Buffalo football, but what a great opportunity for these young kids. We talked about it in the pregame. The coaches get to come out here and see, get their feet a little bit wet. But these kids, what a great opportunity. They're here in the stadium, in a place that they're going to hopefully play in the next 5, 6, 7 years. Just a great opportunity. So I'm looking forward to seeing, one, the youth, the pipeline, what's coming, and then also when we get to the varsity scrimmage, who's gonna fill those shoes at the players that you mentioned that left, that graduated and moved on. What can we expect in the fall? What can we expect over the summer? What's going to get us excited as we look forward to those fall months?
We're getting excited for the games this evening, but we're also getting excited for the game next Friday night, and that's the Villages against Zephyr Hills. That's the spring football game coming up on next Friday night. You'll see that live on TVCS Live. That's going to be a lot of fun, but we're getting set to welcome out the 6th and 7th graders. Oh, they're so excited down there. This is one of the biggest games some of them have ever played in. This is going to be a lot of fun for them, and here they come as they rush the field, and the 6th and 7th graders come on out to the H.G. Morse Range Stadium, the 3rd year that this stadium is in use, and looking forward to great things. It's a beautiful facility, and what a place to have your spring football game for a 6th or 7th grader here, Dennis.
Yeah, we're so fortunate to have this facility. It's amazing. I kind of have to pinch myself every day when I get to come here to work, and I know the kids are looking forward to it. This may be some of their first exposure to this facility. And what a great opportunity for them. No better place in the state of Florida, maybe not in the country.
So we'll start things off, and the green team will have the ball. Starting things off, quarterback Jeffrey McDonald will get the call. Excuse me, that's going to be Drew Harrison at the quarterback position. First down and 10 on the 25-yard line. It's a handoff up the middle and a nice gain and pickup.
Really interesting look there. So they started in the traditional spread, which is going to be your 2 wideouts and then your 2 wingbacks. Really excited to kind of see what they do here. You're going to expect more of a control type of scrimmage here. Remember, these guys have only been together for 2 weeks.
That was Jordan Darius on the run. Exciting running back. We'll look forward to him in the future. Drew Harrison in the shotgun formation. Gives up to Darius again. Makes a cut upfield. And he's going to have himself a first down. He's brought down by Eric Davis. A nice pickup there for the green team. So early on, the green and white game off to a hot start here. 6th and 7th graders, you're watching that. We'll have our 8th and 9th graders coming up here in just around 24 minutes. And then that all leads to the varsity game this evening at 7 p.m. So the green team on the move here, Dennis.
Yeah, nice couple of plays, stretching the defense here early. You can see coaching as a big impact so far. The running back there just switched his ball hands, which is something you typically don't see until they get to the high school years.
Harrison going to unload this one, and it is going to be intercepted. That is an interception by Josiah Celestin, and what a grab by Celestin. Kind of hung that one out there, and Celestin came down with it. He bobbled it, but was able to make the catch, and that's going to be a turnover for the white team.
What a great job by Josiah, keeping the play in front of him, locating the ball, but then high pointing it. And when I say high pointing, he went up and got it at its highest point, and that's, again, a testament to good coaching and more importantly, good coachability.
The white side getting an opportunity now. At quarterback will be Eric Davis. The running back is Mason Sancharico. Sancharico making a cut. Actually, it's Emmett Vaneha.
Nice job by the defensive front, swarming to the ball and making a good tackle.
So Vaneha with a yard gained. That'll be 2nd down and 9 coming up for the white team. 25-minute quarters. Well, it's 2nd down and 9, and Eric Davis in the shotgun formation has Vaneha to his left. And he's going to look to pass, and now hold the ball. Runs with it. Nice gain on the play. Look at Eric Davis go. He's still on his feet and eventually brought down, but a huge gain and pickup for Eric Davis.
Some good vision, great moves. Obviously, the athleticism on display. And what we'll see here is a lot of coaching during this scrimmage. So when I say controlled scrimmage, you'll notice that the coaches are on the field. So they've got an offensive coach and a defensive coach on the field. They've only been together for 2 weeks. So again, they're going to take their time to make sure that each play is a learning moment for all of these kids.
Yeah, right you are, Dennis. This is a glorified practice if you have it. This is the 10th practice of the year for these guys. A bobbled handoff there, but again, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. Nice tackle made by Jordan Darius.
Yeah, real nice. Real nice. We had a little bit jet action there, but the edge contained the jet sweep as it came. Great job by the defensive front.
Got another guy down there, Daniel Cochran. Is an exciting prospect. He's a big guy down there, wears number 70, plays defensive nose tackle. Also got number 52, Malik Myers, down there as well. So this will bring up 2nd down and 9. Eric Davis in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to back up to pass, and now he's flushed out. Going to run up the middle, though, and makes a play. To the 30, the 20, Eric Davis to the end zone, and touchdown for the white team. Eric Davis.
So tough to defend that. Did a nice job dropping back, saw the pocket collapsed. Got his eyes upfield, made a great move. As a defensive coordinator, you just got to kind of tip your hat and say, well done, young man. It's just so difficult to defend a quarterback that adds another dynamic to him with the running.
Reminds me a little bit of Jaden Kennedy when he was playing on the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams as well. Had the legs to do that, and Eric Davis getting it done right there. So no extra points, and so they're going to go for 2 right here. See what the white team elects to do here.
Yeah, it looks like a jumbo package.
This is going to be a direct snap, and nothing doing for Emmett Vaneha. So 6-0 lead for the white team as the green team will get another shot at it. Dennis, that was a heck of a drive there for the Village's white team, and you liked what you saw about from Eric Davis.
Lots to be excited about with that young man. The pocket presence, the ability to look downfield and then find those holes, and then clearly the breakaway speed that he showed. I'm sure the high school coaches, I'm sure the middle school coaches, everybody's really excited about what they just saw.
Yeah, for sure. This is the 6th and 7th graders out here right now. We got about 18 and a half minutes to go in this game. This one is a give to Darius. Darius breaks a tackle and is Eventually brought down by Noah Gonzalez. Nice gain there and a good pickup.
Yeah, the Green offensive line is doing a great job moving that defensive front and moving the line of scrimmage. Be curious to see if White makes some adjustments here.
Yeah, got some big guys up front too for the Green team. You got Daniel Cochran up there. You also got Owen Guzman as well. And then number 93, Cameron Galati. Decent offensive line out there. Also got number 52, Malik Myers. This one is going to be a backwards pass. It is picked up by Darius, who's going to make a play out of it. Breaks a tackle, and now he's to the 50, to the 40. No one's going to catch him. Look at this. Jordan Darius into the end zone for a touchdown on a broken play, Dennis.
Yeah, what a heads-up play. He knew that was a lateral, and him dropping it is a live ball. He picked it up, and he continued the play through the whistle. And then, obviously, the athleticism on display. Just an incredibly heady play by him.
Jordan Darius, he's going to continue to grow as well. He's a heck of an athlete, very fast. Once he gets into the open field, boy, he turns on the jets, Dennis.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was going to catch him once he got in the open field.
So here's a 2-point play. Drew Harrison in the shotgun. And he's going to hand this one off to McDonald. McDonald into the end zone, and that is good. So that is a 2-point play, and the Green team take the lead 8-6 off of the 2-point play. And so, yeah, making something out of nothing, and that's what you like to see as a coach too.
Yeah, those are sometimes things that you can't really coach, and when you do coach it, you hope that it translates from practice to game situations, which clearly it did, and I think that's one thing that will really excite the coaches for what they just saw.
Well, we'll see what the Greens defense can do this time out. They struggled with Eric Davis on that first possession, and Eric Davis kind of just did whatever he wanted. See if the Green are able to contain him a little bit here. Davis is going to throw this one. That's complete to Tristan Murphy. Murphy making moves, and oh, he's stripped. Murphy's stripped, and Drew Harrison has the ball out of play.
What a play. Here we are looking for maybe second and short for the White team, and Drew Harrison just stripped it, went down the sideline. Great athletic play by Drew.
Drew Harrison, not only the quarterback, but also plays on defense, of course, and makes the strip tackle there. Able to rip the ball out and made a play of it too. Ran about 25 yards downfield, and the Green team set up on the 12-yard line.
You could definitely feel the momentum swing there over the last few plays.
Yeah, the Green team with the momentum, and now looking to extend their lead. They're up 8-6 after the White drove downfield, took control of the game early on.
Interesting. So they've got trips to the field.
Harrison takes it. Gain of a couple yards on the play. I'll bring up second down and just about 6.
Really nice. I was expecting a little bit limited as far as the formations, the play calling, but they're really opening up the playbook here. The showing 3 receivers to one side is really great. Stretches that defense out. They're running, finding the holes. Very, very, very impressive.
Well, second down and 6. Ball on the 8-yard line. Harrison has Darius next to him. Darius already has a touchdown tonight. And we have flags all over the place, and it looks like a false start coming up here on the offense. So that'll back the Green team up a little bit. And once again, this is the 6th and 7th grade game. Mistakes going to happen, Dennis.
Mistakes are absolutely going to happen, and I think that's a given coming in. Especially we've mentioned some of these kids, they've been together for 2 weeks. It may be their first exposure to tackle football. Mm-hmm. So there's mistakes are going to happen. I think coaches are looking for mistakes because it allows them to teach on the run here.
Here's Harrison. And Harrison gets down to the 10-yard line. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and long for the green team. Enjoyed what we've seen out of Drew Harrison so far. Not only doing it on the offensive side of the ball, but he set this opportunity up for the green team.
Absolutely. We've seen him hurt the white team with his legs. We've seen his ability to throw.
And right here, he's going to get sacked. That's a nice effort, a defensive effort by Xavier Monger in there with the sack.
Great job getting pressure. That was a big play by a big kid. Great job.
Be fun to watch Xavier grow the next couple of years as he matures, and looking forward to that. Where's number 52? And we get a stoppage of play here, and we've had a couple of crackles of thunder, Dennis. I wonder if they're going to get the kids off the field here.
Sure, it does look like they're going to take cover. So it looks like there's been an announcement. We do have lightning in the area, so there's going to be at minimum a 30-minute delay here.
Yeah, we were worried about that coming in as the skies were kind of filling in around us, but. Yeah, that's probably going to do it for the 6th and 7th grade game, and so the green team going to take the likely victory and win it 8-6. I enjoyed what we saw, Dennis. We didn't see a full game, but in the scrimmage that we saw, lots to like out of Eric Davis, and of course you mentioned Drew Harrison and Jordan Darius as well.
Yeah, lots of athleticism, lots of speed. Lots of real nice football plays, defense making adjustments. I think the small segment that we were able to get in, really important for not only the kids but the coaches, and some really good stuff out there. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun, and we'll have more fun watching some more football hopefully here in just a little bit, but we are going to take a short break here. The 6th and 7th grade game. We had about 12 minutes to go where the green team was in the lead 8-6 and driving toward the end zone, but we are in a lightning delay now, so that's going to take about 30 minutes, and we will reset in just a little bit. Thanks for watching TVCS Live. We're going to pause for station identification.
Alliant Dermatology is a total care dermatology clinic specializing in skin care diagnosis and treatments, like Mohs surgery, blue light, and vein therapies. We are one of only 2 locations specializing in superficial electron therapies. Our staff is comprised of caring, experienced professionals who are here to help when life throws you a curveball. So don't go it alone. Come see us at Alliant Dermatology.
At Citizens First Bank, we believe in supporting our community and investing in the future of our students. That's why we created the Buffalo Charity Checking Account.
I'm Trey Mann, former basketball player at the Villages High School, currently in the NBA playing for the Charlotte Hornets. I'm proud to support our students with Citizens First Bank's Buffalo Charity Checking Account. Join me in making a difference today.
If you're looking for that special place to call home and become part of a community where neighbors are more like family, we invite you to discover Middleton, a family-friendly community conveniently located surrounding the state-of-the-art newly expanded campus of the Villages Charter School, and the up-and-coming Middleton downtown featuring all your daily conveniences. To learn more about Middleton and the wide variety of homes, we encourage you to come visit. Middleton,
a great place to call home.
No problem. We got you covered.
I should share this with Gladys.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe she posted that.
I'm the Crushinator. Crush the candies.
I thought those were huge. That is huge.
Mike Scott Plumbing, keeping you connected one flush at a time.
Romac Building Supply is a proud Platinum Bison sponsor and a supporter of the Villages Charter High School Construction Academy. The Construction Academy, in partnership with Habitat for Humanity of Lake Sumter and local village construction partners, have been constructing homes for well-deserving families for more than 5 years. This innovative housing program of hands-on learning and community service was first in the state of Florida and has already produced future entrepreneurs. The students at the Construction Academy are literally building a better community. Romac Building Supply is a proud sponsor of construction education.
Nationally recognized Salon J. Lee, celebrating 35 years of style and beauty, where highly trained stylists perform the latest cutting techniques, current trends, and advanced treatments, offering a wide range of professional hair care, skin care, makeup, body care, home fragrances, and unique boutique items. Salon J. Lee, dare to be fabulous. Proudly serving the residents of the Villages community with 3 convenient locations, including our newest location in Magnolia Plaza.
And we are back here on TVCS Live. Kyle Copel alongside Dennis Nesbitt. And as you can see on our TV monitor, wow, it came in pretty fast here, and they have canceled the rest of tonight's festivities. What we saw was really encouraging, Dennis, but of course, with the weather and everything, got to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, I think everybody was excited for football tonight except for Mother Nature. Doesn't take away from the fact that they've had 2 good weeks of practice, still another week of practice to go. It's a shame they couldn't get in the dress rehearsal for next week's game, but still looking forward to next Friday night against Zephyr Hills.
If you can see, even if we did point the camera down, you're looking at the clouds right now, but there is a dust storm that's formed off of the camera. It's unbelievable right now. And hopefully everybody stays safe and gets home safely. But just one of those situations where we were not going to be able to get the game in tonight due to the weather. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on Friday night for the game against Zephyr Hills. For Dennis Nesbitt, I'm Kyle Coppola. Thanks for joining us.